Oh dear, look at this. Oh, how are we going to get over that? It looks like a great big sort of mound thing, or oh, it looks like a pipe. Oh, we're going to have to turn back, I think. What do you think? Easy 4x4 watchers. This can happen when you're out on your tracks, green laning, off-roading. You're having a lovely time going along a riverbed, and you think, wow, this is going to be a fabulous day out for all the family. And then all of a sudden you come across one of these like obstacles that you have to get over. And today it's all about that. We haven't actually tried it. We were here 2 weeks ago and we turned back because it was a little bit late, and we started moving a few things, and today we're going to do it live here from the riverbed and try and get over this obstacle. So track building and easy 4x4. So the first thing I did, and the first thing you should do is get an idea of how difficult the obstacle is, and if it's actually worth trying to do anyway. If you're a beginner or you've got an SUV that could be quite new and you don't want to scratch it or get it dirty, well, it's a little bit too late already. But I'm looking at this now, and you have to kind of gauge how would you go up here. I mean, the first thing is, where are you going to put your wheels? Where are you going to put one there, one there? Last week I moved this down here thinking I could use it to go up, and now it's kind of in the way, and that was really heavy. Oops, I don't want to get in here. It smells of sewage. It's a lovely river here in Spain. The other side, this suddenly is very, very steep. I like this, and I like that now, but that's kind of, unless I could put a wheel on there. So when you come to one of these obstacles, you've got to sort of look at it, and you also look beyond, because if you go past it, maybe you won't be able to go any further anyway. Ahead of us, you can see that there's a sort of scrub and vegetation, and these low-hanging bamboos, look, which could scratch your car. So I mean, you could actually cut them if there are no ecologists nearby, and don't seem to be any here. We should be okay. So you've got to look at the obstacle, think of your car, and then think what is beyond it. And I've already walked it just to save us some time here on the video, and it's fine. Once we get past this, it's fine. Also, you want to look, if you had to come back, could you go back down it? And it's a lot easier going down than it is going up it, because here, so once we're over this, we could probably get scratched a bit. There's enough space to go through. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And I mean, people who are very experienced are going to probably laugh at me now, but we measured the distance between the front wheels. It was a 1.80 meter, which could be about 5'10" in imperial measures. So 1.80 meter is this. So I was thinking of putting 1 foot here and 1 foot there. It would have been like a supermarket trolley. It's a lot wider than I thought, and I'm looking at this rock now, and I'm thinking that I could actually probably use it to get up and maybe put another one here. 180 takes me, let me just show on the camera where that is there. 180, it really is the whole of this. It's quite wide, so I've really got to come, I can't come up here, which is where I wanted to come up, and because I can't get, there's a big step there. So it's actually a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to have to somehow get up here or move this rock or use it, and here I don't really need to do anything here, I don't think I do. It's going to be close. So we're going to prepare it, and to prepare it you should have come with recovery equipment or track building equipment. You've got two options. You can bring it with you, which I really recommend, or you can look for it in the natural environment around you. Actually, now I know why. It's a bit like a sewer, because I can see there's a water well there. Well, anyway, let's have a look. So let's have a look, see if we can find anything in nature around us. Well, I can see stones and rocks here. This tree trunk, I think, is going to save the day. Oh, and look, somebody's left some traction boards. That's pretty handy. Oh, and they've also left a shovel, which is pretty good. these are really recommendable. The little foldy uppy ones actually are better for giving to your your daughter who's maybe 5 years old, because you start digging and they just bend and they break. So it's better to have a proper garden spade or shovel. They really work well. You can do miracles with them. Move rocks, and you know, if you hurt yourself you can use it as a crutch. And you may also want to clear some of the track above you, some of the vegetation, and I really recommend not going anywhere without the usual chainsaw, which I don't think we're going to need today, but this is a preening saw, I believe they call it. Look at this! I could do wonders with this. And of course the axe here, which obviously comes with its little cover, so I don't have any nasty accidents and have to use the plasters in the first aid kit. Oh, I can't get it on, it's so complicated. This is easy 4x4 after all. So we got these to clear some of the overhanging overgrowth, that's undergrowth, and we're going to start building the track. So we're going to see you in a few minutes and you can see how we've done, all right? So as we said, if we weren't going to destroy any vegetation, and I'm not. I've left it to this other teenager to do it. Okay, that's it. And the one above your head there, you can reach it without falling into the the river. Jolly good. There we go. So once we've cleared this, then we actually use some of the plants and the bamboo to actually build a bamboo bridge, just like they did across the River Kwai, or whatever it's called. Oh, great. So here we go. Let's start building. Well, we're back. 4 hours later, we have everything set up, and we have the satellite phone ready to contact one of the people here in their houses on top of the hill in case there are any problems. As you can see, what we've done here is we've built up, we said there was a 1.80 meter between the wheels, so we've built up this side. It's with an awful lot of rocks. I've used the same technique they used in Stonehenge and to make the pyramids. I felt quite inspired, and I've locked them in so that there's absolutely no way they can ever come out. So other people coming behind, other off-roaders, can also enjoy it. And on the other side, we've used our traction boards, the orange ones, because we fancy them. This wasn't as difficult, but again, there's quite a step up there. So what we're going to do then, we're going to approach this is, I need to get my wheels up on that side, another one up on this, and then go straight forwards and then take it across. In technical terms, that is. Okay, a lot of real 4x4s like to just go up and see what happens. I think it's more prudent and much more careful, especially if you don't want to damage your car, to take it really easy. So I'm going to go up this very slowly. I'm going to do it in low range, okay, because you've got more force and engine power at a very, very low speed. And so it gives you lots and lots of careful edging forwards and attention to go over the top without stalling. So let's give it a go, shall we? And remember, it'll look a lot less scary on your little mobile telephone screen than it does here. I can't see anything the other side, so let's see if I can get over this without doing any damage.
Good.
What?
Good. You're almost on the rocks.
So I've actually got the wheels positioned correctly, is that right?
Yes, slightly left.
This way?
Yeah.
And there you go. Why aren't I going? What am I stuck on? Keep filming.
I think the back wheel is at like its max.
Is it?
Wait, let me check.
Have I actually...
I don't see you being stuck anywhere. Oh, you've got all the power going to that wheel.
Yeah, but the other one should be turning as well.
It's not.
Oh,
It's
we haven't bottomed out, have we?
no, it's at its max height. It's touching the
We
mud
have
flaps.
actually passed it, have we?
Yeah.
Can you look round the other side? I don't understand why it's actually not. I'm not going. It's why it's, you know. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me just give it one more go.
Oh, you got a wheel in the air. You got a wheel in the air.
What?
You have got a wheel in the air.
Oh, is that the problem?
It's taking all the power. Yeah.
That's the problem with traction control. That it's braking the wrong wheel probably. What I can do is actually maybe apply the handbrake a little bit and see if that will work. Oh, it's a bit annoying. This is where. Ooh, what's this doing? I thought you cleared everything. This is where a rear diff lock comes in really useful, even in low range. And now the rear, we've actually got the right type of axle at the back. It's a solid axle, so it's got a lot of flexibility. We could have actually put the tyre pressure down, but I don't think the tyre pressure is the problem at the moment. I could try going back. I could rock it backwards and forwards a little bit, and I can also put the handbrake on a little, and it seems to confuse the traction system, and sometimes it gives enough traction. Otherwise, we're stuck.
Accelerate.
Actually, do I have any space to go back? Because I want to just rock it back a little bit.
Oh, not much.
Okay, if I go like that.
Yeah, keep going.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel like a wheel in the air.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
It's a bit of ingenuity there. Just had to rock it around a bit, and that was it. That was getting past an obstacle. The next thing is, don't drive off without the rest of your equipment. Little tip there, I thought I'd just tell you. So I've done very well. I don't really want to step out here, so as you see, I've already checked ahead. We've already taken down some of the vegetation. We've prepared things in advance, and I would say that was that worked pretty well. What do you think? Tell us in the comments. Be kind. Remember, I'm very, very sensitive to criticism. Ask my ex-wife. I mean, my. Well, there we are. That was tiring, and it's not just because I was sitting on my butt on my nice leather seat. It was, yeah. It's when you go over these obstacles, it's mentally tiring in a little way. Anyway, we got over that. We did it successfully. It shows that track building is something you really need to develop. We've done it a few times now, and in fact, we're going to show you a previous track we tried. We went right down to the end of it, and we found that it was either we get down this big step or we get stuck, because there was no way there was absolutely no way we were going to go back up it. So we're going to drop in a little bit of footage so you can see what we did then. We did a similar track building. Yeah, it was okay. It worked out as well. We didn't. If you notice, actually, we have damaged the car, and today we damaged it again. It was already broken and cracked at the back, and now we've actually cracked it a little bit more. Take that into account, viewers of easy 4x4, because at some stage, look, oh god, look, you're gonna do some damage if you do this type of track. These are more like sidebars and rock sliders, but they're also useful. They can stop the bottom of your car getting damaged. I think actually this rubbed, because we saw on the rock that something had scraped. It's also got protection underneath the engine, which is also useful. So bring your equipment, use what you have around you in nature without doing any damage. I mean, you know, all of those rocks and things that we took today, we're going to put them back exactly where they were when we found them. Another thing is, always look ahead of you as well, because you say, now I get over this amazing obstacle. We checked ahead and it is okay. There are actually two routes here. We can go to the left. I checked this out. We could go past that quite nicely. That would be quite interesting. Or we could go the the chicken's way out, which is around that way. This is only semi-chicken because it's not that complicated, but we might try it. So, just when we thought it was all over, it wasn't over. It wasn't over, as Tears for Fears once said. And we got to the end of the riverbed route, and suddenly we had one of those moments that people often have, where we started choking and stuff, and a little bit of panic went through. We thought, look, they started to repair part of the riverbed up ahead. We thought, oh no, we can't go through, we'll have to go back. So we're thinking of, well, using the chainsaw to cut away that and run away and hope there are no cameras. And we've also, if you see down here, they've built up a little step here because they're redoing the piping work and the sewage and drainage and everything. And again, it's a little bit too high. It's just too big. It's up to my knee. Looks like that. So that's the exact scientific height, up to my knee level. And I've measured 180. So I've got to get the wheel on here, and then I've got the other wheel. I've got a little marker here, a little stone. You could use a pebble or a small flag. And another way you can get up one of these, what they call cross axles as well, sometimes when there's a gap like this, or a little tiny slope, is to go at it diagonally. So I'm going to go up it like this and up this, like another person has so rightfully and cleverly done. So I'm going to go up there and that side, and it should just go up like a song, as we said in the 30s. Be a song and dance. Again, low range, careful, and let's see if the traction will hold. Go to one side maybe. Well, we cleared the last hurdle, as they say in horse racing, and I've put my my railroad driver's gloves back on because, well, I'm going to pick up the traction boards. It's horrible, isn't it, really, thinking that I did all this planning and in the end I didn't actually touch the traction board at all. We didn't need it. I totally miscalculated this. The car's obviously got more ground clearance than I thought, and it just sailed up. It wouldn't have been able to sail up easier even if it was a boat. So there you go, but at least it's nice to know you have them, and next time I do it I'll make sure I go on the traction balls, I promise. Okay, so there's another example of, well, going up an obstacle. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've learnt something here from our mistakes and exactly how this works, and maybe it will put you off doing these type of tracks. I hope not, but it all depends. Check what type of car you have, what the obstacle's like, measure it up, see distances and everything. The more you can prepare in advance. Remember, prevention is better than cure, okay? I know I read that somewhere. And great, if you enjoyed that video, give it the old thumbs up and subscribe and hit bells and things like that. And we'll see you in another video here on Easy 4x4.